A lot of people have been wondering how I went from 0 to 6 million in 6 months, and so I actually did a 3-hour interview describing my whole story. So this is a snippet from that 3-hour interview explaining it all with the Startup Bros founder Will Mitchell. So check out this video, and it's one of my favorite snippets from it. I'll be releasing a couple throughout the week, but the link is in the description. And I met him on an airplane ride home from the Canton Fair, which was absolutely amazing. So we've got great content coming out on the channel. I've already recorded a lot of it. We do not have a video editor yet, though, that meets my criteria, so sorry about that. This week I'm at Tony Robbins, and then I get to go meet with Gary Vaynerchuk on Tuesday of next week. So lots of great stuff coming out. And you know, as I'm surrounding myself with all of these powerful people, I'm learning so much, guys. And I just want to talk quick about the power of in-person events and just surrounding yourself with whatever culture that you want to be a part of. I think it's one of the most powerful things that you could do with your time and money. Think about going to an event or working on your goals. Like, let's just talk about working on your goals quick. Maybe you're working on them for 10 minutes a day and you take them a little bit serious, but not really. Where if you go to an environment and you focus just every minute of 6 or 7 days in a row, you're going to get done 1 or 2 years worth of really becoming clear about what you want with your life and just the steps to get there and the people that you need. So when I was getting started in FBA, I went to China. I knew nothing about selling. Well, I knew about selling on Amazon, but I knew nothing about private label really. But anyways, went to the Canton Fair. Wasn't successful, but I ended up meeting my mentor there, mentor and good friend now, Brendan. I won't talk much about him because he doesn't like to be on camera, but you know, now he's becoming an 8-figure seller, and it's so crazy. But I was able to make friends with him, and the only person I made friends with there. But having him in my mental space just made me up my game and believe that it was possible. And he said, you know, I'm not afraid to compete in any market as long as I have the best product. You know, I can outsell anybody. And just that confidence and that knowledge that, oh, hey guys, like, you don't need all these hacks and stuff. You can just truly, like, if you just do all the hard work, you're gonna succeed. So I learned that from him, and that gave me some confidence to go along throughout the year. So happy that I did that. And I've just met so many great people through powerful in-person events. So I highly suggest it, whether you go to, there's some ASM ones or just even local meetups, even Facebook groups, just getting and Skyping people to hold you accountable. It is so powerful. I'll be releasing more videos on it in the future, but I hope you guys sit here and watch this video because it's someone I met at a personal event. Will Mitchell, the founder of Startup Bros, met him on the airplane on the way home from the Canton Fair. You know, I just keep putting myself in these situations and committing that I'm gonna get something done. I may not know how it's gonna work or exactly what's gonna happen, but I know that if I do it, I'm steps closer. So enjoy this video. I talk about, you know, how I took a little bit of that advice from my mentor and just some confidence, and yeah, like, just killed it. So yeah, make sure you subscribe because we got great content coming out, and enjoy the video.
Now, Brock, have you used any launch services or anything like that?
No, never used one.
Isn't this incredible?
And only 2 fake reviews, and
so,
I mean,
guys,
who hasn't asked a friend for a review?
Yeah, this is because you're maybe the 3rd or 4th person we've brought in the past few months to interview that has just an incredible story like this, although your numbers are a little bit higher. Every single person I've brought in so far, I asked this question to, and none of them have ever used a launch service. A lot of them don't even use PPC. Most of them just depend on having a great product, a well-designed product that's positioned properly in a high-converting sales listing. If you have that, Amazon wants to sell your stuff. You don't have to fight Amazon to sell your product. If you have a high-converting product, that's what they want to push. So they're just going to throw traffic at you.
Yeah, so like that's what's pissing me off a lot. Like you see a lot of these gurus out there who will teach you like these tricks and stuff. Those work, but those are kind of like I don't know. It's like they're just masking the symptom of you have a shitty product.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, I mean, they can be great. Like, they could be a great way to kickstart if you're really the best. But if you're really the best, you don't need them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not like Apple's board of directors gets together this time of year and is like, all right, what's our lightning deal strategy this year?
yeah, right. So yeah, I think you don't need any of that stuff. Maybe like it's yeah, don't use that stuff, or if you do, like, use it strategically.
Yeah, and don't depend on it, right? I think that's
Yeah.
a real
Oh,
key. Too many people that are just starting out think that that's the magic. That if they just had this one little trick, then everything would just work out and it's going to be super easy. At the end of the day, you have to, and I've said this probably 4 times during this interview so far. Brock had confidence in a lot of his decisions that weren't backed by data or anything, because he put so much effort into it. And you got to put effort into your products. You have to really care about your products, care about making them the best they can be for that target customer. If you're doing that, that's all customers want companies to do. If you're a company selling physical products, that's literally all the customers want you to do, is design great products for them. So if you do that, they will reward you.
And here's something to think about. So if you think that you're not successful because you didn't use a viral launch or something, I urge you to think about this. What is a product? It's just it's like a digital asset, okay? And Amazon's just a giant algorithm. Think of let's look at YouTube or something. So how did Chewbacca girl go from nothing to the whole nation knew about her in less than a week? Because she had a really good product that was funny, that people shared and wanted to spend their time on, and algorithms liked it and bumped it up there. So, or like anything that's viral in any sense. So there was like something unique about it. Like I guess. So that it goes off of basic stats and how people interact with your listing is what it comes down to at the end of the day. So if you're not being successful, like, just you can test by doing the PPC and see what your conversion rate is, and then look at your conversion rate, and then that's your truth, not your total numbers of sales each day.
Yeah, that's a great quote right there. Your conversion rate certainly matters more than your revenue on any given day.
Oh yeah, and that's how I knew, because I knew, like, that the goggles, I did nothing. I didn't do any keyword research. I did nothing. I just wrote up I had a bad description for a while, and they took off, and it was like boom, boom, 20 sales a day within 4 days, just because it was the best.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a great piece of advice. Honestly, like you said, it's such a simple piece of advice. It's I talk about it all the time. There's no shortcut to just having a great product and a great listing. But it sounds simple, but that's really what it's all about. And it's so easy to take your eye off of that, especially if you're in a place where you're trying to learn everything in the world. You're going to be distracted because a lot of these, like you said, there's a lot of gurus out there. And I try to stay away from this type of content, but I'm probably guilty in some respect. But gurus are they need you to click things. They need to catch your eye with some sexy little tactic or something and get you on their website. So in the same way that the news glamorizes and it makes everything way more dramatic than it actually is, gurus need to do that too. This one thing's if you don't do this one thing, your Amazon account's gonna get shut down in 2018. All this stuff. But if you
Cody
can,
Hawk's video right there.
right. It gets more and more common, I think. But if you can, like Brock, really get out of the industry a little bit and take that higher view, that 30,000-foot view of things, you'll see that we're not just Amazon sellers, right? We're business owners. And you see a lot of Brock's decision-making process for his e-commerce business comes from outside of e-commerce. And I think that's a really smart thing, being able to intuitively kind of mix these things together and come up with a solid decision.